Welcome to the Gen X Pole Arts podcast, Fit, Fierce, and Fearless. I am Zen, also known as Nancy Adzentovich, the founder of Gen X Pole Arts. I am happy to be launching this podcast where we are going to be celebrating the strength, resilience, and potential of women over 40 in the vibrant world of pole dance. I'm excited to embark on this empowering journey with you guys. And each week, we will connect with inspiring women who are redefining what it means to thrive in their 40s and beyond. From incredible stories of personal transformation to tips on building strength and confidence, we'll explore the boundless possibilities that pole dancing offers for self-expression and empowerment. Whether you're a seasoned dancer or just curious about the journey, there's a place for you here. So grab a cup of coffee, a sparkling water, whatever turns you on, and get comfortable. Let's celebrate the incredible power of women who are embracing their passions and pushing boundaries at every age. And don't forget to subscribe and join our community on social media. All right, now let's dive into today's episode. Welcome to episode 43 of the Fit, Fierce, and Fearless podcast. I am Zen. It's good to see you guys. It's been quite a while since I've done a solo episode. I have had so many incredible guests that I have not even had a chance to do a solo episode, and that's okay with me because I always feel like these are really short and I'm not sure how meaningful they are, but I don't like to let a week go by without sharing an episode. We've made it almost through the entire first year of the podcast, and I think I've missed 2 weeks. So yay for end of the year stuff. Today, Spotify released its Wrapped, and I know for many of us, that is a big, important day. I see everybody sharing on Instagram their top artists, the genres, blah, blah, blah. And it's always fun. I feel like I always learn a bit about myself through the music that I spend time with throughout the year. And I also learn about other people too, when they share their top listened to artists, their songs, their genres, etc., and how many minutes they've listened. So my kids, you guys know I have teenagers. One is a DJ at the university station where he goes to school. The other one is an audio engineer. The other one is a musician, a guitar player, songwriter. They have hundreds of thousands of minutes listened. I had 24,000. I thought that was a lot. And then I get like, my kid is like, oh, 400,000 minutes. I'm like, holy crap. Did I ever listen to 400,000 minutes of music when I was a teenager? I mean, we have no way of knowing. So I don't know, but it seems like a lot. Not that there's anything wrong with it. But one thing that was new for me this year was the creator stats for this podcast. And oh my God, you guys, I am so proud of this little show and so grateful to all of you who listen and watch and subscribe and share and comment, and all of my fantastic, amazing, beautiful, interesting, badass guests who have been on the show, because we were in the top 15% of videos on Spotify, and we got a badge for being one of the most shared podcasts. And then also, what was it called? It was called something like Instant Hit or something like that, because we had listeners and viewers right away from episode 1, and we've continued on a trajectory throughout the year. And we're in 15 countries. We have listeners in 15 countries. So all of you in the Philippines, and I think Slovenia, and Australia, and the UK, and Canada. I mean, thank you guys. Thank you. This is super exciting. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen in 2026 with the show, because I've learned a lot throughout the year about just, I don't know, everything. I started from nothing, and I knew somewhat what I was doing because I had produced a podcast professionally in the corporate world, but never for myself, with my own funding and on a topic that was so niche and um I don't know, like a little bit taboo. And who does things for women in this age group? Like, I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. And I am so pleasantly surprised and delighted and excited and all the things. So let's keep it up. Let's make it even bigger next year. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Some other cool updates. I have an incredible guest for next week's episode, and I can't even believe that she agreed to be on the show, but she did. I'm not going to spoil it like usual, but yeah, stay tuned. And if you didn't watch the last couple of episodes, I had Jack the Stripper on, who's freaking hilarious and amazing and creative and an artist in every way, shape, and form. I also had Mary Carroll. And if you don't know who Mary Carroll is, do a search. Mary, her last name is Caryl. Mary Carroll is just turned 72 years old. She is a world champion pole dancer slash athlete. She was featured in the LA Times. She has been on The View and a whole bunch of TV shows. I mean, she is a celebrity. She's also the sweetest sweetheart. She shared stories about her journey as an artist through doing all different sorts of things like candy making, costume design, image consultation, and now pole dancing. And she's just a beautiful human, inside and out. So I definitely recommend you check out her episode, I think, which was the last episode, 42. So yeah, check out Mary Carroll if you just need some inspo about aging and self identification and self expression, and using art and family and friends and community as a way to live your life with love. Yeah, it's a beautiful episode, just like all of the others. Um, we're doing Mount Olympus. I put it out to the universe on this podcast months ago. So I knew I needed to actually make it happen. And it is happening in Los Angeles on Sunday, December 14th at 5:30 in the afternoon. The show run time is approximately 90 minutes. So if you have something else to do Sunday night, you can still come see Mount Olympus. It is going to feature some of the original cast of dancers and some new performers as well. Again, I am so excited. There's at least one person who this will be their very first pole performance. And then there are several instructors from the Secret Pole Dance Studio. There's an instructor from another studio who's also a belly dancer and martial artist and an all around freaking badass. And I can't believe she's going to be on doing on stage with Mount Olympus with everybody else. I don't know. I'm so excited I can't even talk about it. But tickets are on Eventbrite. If you're interested, please. It's a family friendly show. It's rated PG. We're telling a story. It's a narrative pole production. So it's kind of combining theater and pole dance about the goddesses of Mount Olympus. So you can bring parents, children, coworkers, whoever, if you just want to expose them to what pole dancing is all about in a way that is not necessarily sexualized. Yeah, this is an opportunity to do that. What else? I did my first Ayesha on spin coming out of an inside leg hang. And for those of you listening who are not pole dancers, who are aspiring pole dancers or just starting, I want you to know that this is a trick that I have coveted since the beginning of my pole journey. And I saw all of these amazing pole athletes doing things like an Ayesha and a handspring. And I didn't think in a million years, like if you had told me then that someday I would do that, I would have definitely fallen on the floor laughing at you, because I was like, yeah, they are elite. They are doing crazy things because they're strong and they're young and they're athletes, they're gymnasts, they're flexible. I was like, there's no way. I mean, I'm getting older. I'm not getting younger. How would I ever work my way up to that? And there was a time when I was working with my coach, Kaylee, who in like a semi-private session, we were just playing around at the studio, and she was like, do this and this and this. And I just did it. And I didn't realize what she was getting me into, but it was a descending from the pole Ayesha in an elbow grip. And I did it. And she was spotting me. And I was like, oh my God, I just did like that crazy thing that I've seen all these other incredible people do. But that was like 3 years ago, at least, maybe more. And I've just not really tried it. A couple of times in a class with Riri. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably know who Riri is, because I talk about her and post her and repost her and stuff. Um, we did things like inverted D and extended butterfly, which are kind of precursors to getting into Ayesha. And then with Maria, another instructor who I love, who I started working with at Secret, and now she teaches at Sadie's, but she takes the winter off to travel. So she's not here right now. You can't take class with her, but check out the spring. Anyway, we did some interesting things in choreo 2 summers ago that were kind of like an Ayesha variation. So I knew that it was somehow in me. And if you've been following me at all, you know I've spent a lot of time in this past year recovering from a knee injury, focusing on my hoops, aerial hoops and lyra skills. And I haven't really been doing much in terms of pole tricks. I've been doing choreo, but I just haven't trusted my knee and my right leg to do much of anything that's a trick. And I started doing Pilates about 3 months ago, 4 months ago, but not really all that regularly. My knee has pretty much rehabbed. I would say it's at like 90% now. And I'm getting all these muscles. Like I'm muscular. I can see it. I see my musculature when I see myself in videos and pictures and in the mirror. But for some reason, I realized that I wasn't trusting that I was actually getting stronger. Like I could see the muscles, but understanding that those muscles mean that I am stronger, it just wasn't connecting in my brain. Like I don't know. It's the self-doubt, right? It's like the self-image that we carry inside isn't always rooted in the reality of today. So that's what was going on. So I went to this clinic for Ayesha over the weekend. My friend Kelly was teaching, and I was like, yes, Kelly, I haven't worked on any tricks. This is one that I wanted to do this year. It was kind of a goal, even though you guys know I'm not a goal setter. I have a whole episode about that. But in the back of my mind, I was like, I need to just knock this out this year. There's no reason that I shouldn't be doing this. So I'm like, let me sign up. I'm actually free that day. That never happens. So I signed up, I went, and the first like few variations or entrances that she showed, I was like having a hard time maintaining a balance. Like I kept kind of tipping over. I wasn't getting the alignment of my hips correct. I was not vertical enough, something. And then she was like, there's another way you can try from inside leg hang to a flat line. And I saw her do it. And in my mind, immediately, I said, that one I can do. Like I just knew, because I have no issue with inversions and leg hangs inside or outside. Flatline, also easy. And then the way that she got from the flatline to push out into the Ayesha, I was like, yeah, I can do all of that. easy. Like that's not even a question. So there isn't any reason with all these muscles, you guys can see my muscles. I'll show you. Look, I got muscles, right? If you're not watching the video, you're missing out. But anyway, I was like, okay. I said to D, who was also at the workshop, I said, D, I'm looking in this mirror. I see these muscles on me. I just don't trust that they're strong. What is wrong with me? And she's like, you can do it, of course, because we always support each other. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go for this one. I really think I could do it. Boom. First try, did it. I was like, that didn't even feel hard. Like I do this type of inversion, holding myself with my arms on a hoop. Like my brain was just not accepting that this was possible for me. And once I just told myself to shut the hell up and I just went for it and I did it. I did it like 10 more times. And I was like, okay, this is now in me. Like this has always been in me. I just needed to get out of my own way and just fucking do it. And I did it. And now you're going to get sick of seeing it. If you're on my Instagram, I'll probably post something tomorrow where I'm doing it because I got some studio time where I'm working on my piece for Mount Olympus. I'm also working on my piece for the Orchid Pole Studio Showcase, which I'm performing in on the 13th, which is the day before Mount Olympus. So yeah, I'm excited to have this new trick and to work on it and to throw it out there and put it in a lot of shit. So I'm ending the year on a high note between the Ayesha and the Spotify wrap for the podcast. I mean, I'm feeling good, you guys. It's been a rough few months losing Shauna. And if you are a regular listener of the podcast, you know who she is and you know all about that. And yeah, just weird stuff, weird stuff going on. But I'm feeling like there might be something in the energies that has recently turned around. Another thing I also had a huge mind shift about, I would say the past week, is what I do for a living. And I've been saying for months, almost 2 years now, that I'm not working, that I don't have a job, that I'm not working, that I got laid off, I don't have a job. Yet I literally work 12 or 14-hour days on Gen X pole arts, on teaching pole and hoop, on producing shows, on getting ready to perform. And I realized that no, the story that I'm telling myself and putting out in the world should not be that I'm not working and I don't have a job. That's bull fucking shit. I'm working my ass off, and that is my job, building this brand and this business. And that's the truth. I'm an entrepreneur. I am the CEO and founder. I'm everything. I have one employee. And next year, the plan for Gen X Pole Arts is massive. And I am excited to unveil, roll it out, and for you guys to see what's going to happen because it's going to be big. And there will be no question anymore about whether or not I have a job. I have a fucking job. I'm just not getting a paycheck, right? And I think that's a lot of founders' stories in the first year. So yeah, that's the new story that I'm believing and telling, and I'm going to die on that hill from now on. So anyhow, leave me some comments. I want to know how the end of your year is wrapping up, and please share the podcast. Let's get it out to more people. Let's inspire more people. If there's anybody who you'd like to see as a guest, let me know. You can DM me. You can email me, nancy@genxpolarts.com. You can leave a comment here on Spotify, or if you're watching this on YouTube or Amazon or Apple. I don't even know what the stats are on the other platforms, but keep it up, keep it going. Leave me comments anywhere. I'll see them and I'll reply to them. And if you would like to be a guest on the podcast, let me know that as well. If you've come to one of my workshops in Santa Fe or Newburgh and you want to be on the podcast and talk about it, I would love that. Love it. I would absolutely welcome you with open arms. So just let me know. Until next time, when we're going to have another incredible, inspirational guest, I'm going to sign off and say goodbye for now. Thank you for being here. I love you. Be kind to one another. The world is crazy, but we've got this. All right. Take care, y'all. Bye. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Fit, Fierce, and Fearless, powered by Gen X Pole Arts. I hope you feel inspired by the incredible stories of strength and resilience that we shared today. Remember, it's never too late to embrace your potential and unleash your passion. If you enjoyed this episode, please, I would appreciate it if you would take a moment to subscribe, rate, and leave me a review. Your support really helps me to continue to uplift and empower women over 40 in our pole dance community and beyond. Don't forget to connect with me on social media for more inspiration and updates. I'd love to hear your stories and share in your journey. So until next time, keep dancing, keep shining, and remember that your strength knows no age.